But something stronger came forward and said, wait a minute, like just because that may be true, that doesn't mean I'm not capable. So neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to basically rewire itself, right? Its ability to be fluid and flexible. And it is one of those things in life that because of our patterning gets people think it's like an age thing. It's really more of just getting embedded so drastically and so tightly into the stories that we hold to be true about ourselves and who we are and what we can do and what we can't do and our own limitations and all of that. So in order to do the beautiful thing about neuroplasticity is like when you're doing a process, the way that we teach processing, and you get to that point where you see yourselves on in both polarities, and then you can bring that together in meditation. The bringing the two sides together in meditation to own all of that thing, and then to go beyond it and to realize that we're not any of it either side. And doing that in the course of meditation. And then, I always tell people afterward, just go like chill out or go to bed, right? And that's because it's in the stillness of meditation or sleeping where the brain rewiring actually takes place. So when you're doing that work and you see through that thing that's been a limitation for you, then you're given the opportunity in the process that we teach here to allow for literally the rewiring of the brain so that it doesn't hold the charge anymore to whatever it is around that story that you've been working on. So Pujanda speaking to here, this thing goes wrong in the car, and the first thought is, I can't do this. I don't know anything about this. What did you say? I didn't grow up around dudes who were mechanically inclined. I think you said there's a whole bunch of story right there in that one statement, right? So that right there is showing us, ooh, what's at play? There are all these limiting factors at play right now. But something stronger came forward and said, wait a minute, like just because that may be true, that doesn't mean I'm not capable. That doesn't mean that I couldn't try, right? And in the trying of it, and then the success that you found in fixing the problem with the vehicle, that allows for change to be made in the structure of the brain around this particular thing. And how do you feel about it now? Empowered, right? Like you said, like you are hot stuff. Like I'm now a BMW mechanic. And of course, that's, in jest, and you're not, but it is empowering. And it's a wonderful reminder to everybody that look in your own life, and let's leave this as homework for tonight. Look in your own life. Where do you still hold on to things that you still find you tell yourself that are limiting factors for you? What do you still hold on to? I can't do this. I can't remember to do this. I can't do this. I'm too old to learn that. Whatever those things are, take a look at that. And I want you to really look and say, like, how can I expect to move that thing forward? How can I expect to feel empowered and to actually do that thing when all I tell myself about it is that I can't? Is it Does it make sense that we would think, oh, I should totally be able to do that, when for years we've been saying to ourselves, I can't do that. I can't learn that. I can't learn that. Every time I try, I fail. It's impossible. I can't do it. There's no reason, when you look at it scientifically, there's no reason to think there's anything out there that you can't kind of learn to do. The question is, where is the impulse for that coming from? Now, sometimes, in a really healthy kind of egoic state, then that's going to come just from the desire, the desire for your own growth, right? Just the desire to like, I want to do it because I want to do it. Let's conquer it. That's beautiful. But for a lot of people, it'll come out of fear. And that's not a bad thing either. Sometimes we learn to change habits and we learn to change things about ourselves and learn new things because we're so afraid of what's going to happen to us if we don't. So the negative side can equally be the motivator. And that motivator is not necessarily a bad thing. Fear as a motivator can be really good. But that fear and that horrible feeling that it brings up in us, if you allow yourself to really sit in it and and dive into that energy that's so hard to be in, that can be highly motivating. Highly motivating to make change and make it really quick, which can be very positive and can have long-term impacts, but you got to be willing to do it. Purva